Well, the only word I could use is spanking, because that's basically what it was. So, Amrabat too came there. When they were signing Amrabat, they made us believe he was the solution. They said, control, you control. Even Daniel Crowe was part of the people who said, oh, that's why they need Amrabat. They want to pay 10 million to bring him on loan. Chama, Akwano Wasao! By the way, Arsenal are 6-0 up against Sheffield United. Listen, guys, we have finished the game. Shall we move on to another match?
See, if you're a sharp student and your teacher tells you that 1 + 1 is 3, wouldn't you go to the exam and say, because your teacher has told you that 1 +
1 is 3. So it's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's a teaching problem.
The instruction that is coming is faulty. So it will make you look
That's
bad.
It's
not.
Listen, honestly, I had a bit of hope after the first goal. I thought, okay, this might be Man United. Get one early on. Maybe Cecil frustrate Man City a little bit. Hit them on the break. Maybe get another one. But no.
Yeah, that was definitely the game plan. And in the first 17 minutes or so, even Pep Guardiola was worried. Because United got...
I was worried.
Yeah, United got the scenarios to have punished them, but the lack of form for some players and the lack of ability on the part of some players. Every time his game plan was clear. Marcus Rashford played on the left, Garnacho on the right, Bruno Fernandes, a free role, false nine kind of player, McTominay behind him. The rest of the team picked itself as you saw on paper. But it was Onana always trying to go over the top for Bruno Fernandes. And it was that tactic that we saw happening in that 17 minutes for about 3 times. It's one of those. So the very first time that it happened, that caught City off guard. The ball over the top to Bruno, held up the play really well and got the, if you like, the second phase of the team, which is the midfield and the forward players high up the pitch. Rashford, what a brilliant goal. But after that goal, United also had an opportunity of Rashford going through, but he just couldn't control the ball into his stride, and the ball just bounced off him and Kyle Walker got there. At that point, Pep Guardiola was even worried. And if you've seen the clips coming off, he actually got onto his knees on the turf. He was very worried that, City were getting exposed. And it was because City were not at the time controlling the game. So right then, Bernardo Silva, and this is what we talk about experienced players who have got ability.
Yeah.
So if anybody saw it, Bernardo Silva came really deep into his own half, picked up the ball, and stood there, told all the City players, calm down. Took about 10 seconds before he passed the ball. And even when he passed the ball to Nathan Ake and moved further up the pitch, he still turned and faced his colleagues and told them to calm down.
Yeah.
Then they stopped playing the fast game. Then they stopped playing on that adrenaline. Because what City wanted to do after United had scored was to quickly get back.
Yeah.
But then Bernardo Silva said, no, come on, hang on.
We have some time.
And that is where you need players who have got that kind of, experience. They've got what it takes to dictate things. And from that point on, United couldn't find anywhere back into the game because City had just too much quality. And John Stones and Rodri's, it doesn't make any sense that we're talking about John Stones and we're talking about him controlling the dictating game.
I know, against the Man United.
He's a centre-back.
Imagine
but
that.
He gets into them. And in fact, when you look at his movements and Rodri's movements, it caused United so much problem, even more than Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva. In the end, I thought City deserved it because they had more shots in the game than United had possession.
Haaland setters upon setters.
Yeah.
Daniel, we've talked about the Man United problems for so long. I don't want us to dwell too much on that. I want you to talk to me about Phil Foden. Pep Guardiola said he thinks he's the best player in the league right now. This is a player that's gone through the mill. We saw him at under 17, under 20. He's come all the way to the very top. Just how good is he? Because those 2 goals, phenomenal.
Look, in terms of ability and in terms of what he can do, he's a pure footballer, first of all.
Pure footballer. In Hazard's definition.
Yes, he's a pure footballer. In terms of ability, look, when it comes to picking up the ball, driving through the lines, ball carrying, dribbling.
And he's an efficient shooter too.
He has everything. And for me, I tweeted back, I think when he was 18, 19, that I thought he would go on and win the Ballon d'Or. But I think his skill set and his attributes is a strength, an advantage and a disadvantage.
Okay.
Why? Because he's so good at everything, you don't know where to put him.
That's a good point.
So if you remember when he broke
a winger?
The City's under 18s, right after the under 17 World Cup, when he was drafted into the team, he was sort of an understudy to David Silva.
That's right.
Then when Leroy Sané left, he was thrown into the wings. Last season, the second part of last season, when he was dropped to the bench, he was coming off the bench for Kevin De Bruyne, playing in one of those second number 10, so either Gundogan or Kevin De Bruyne. Then this season, we've seen him go back onto the wings. Even on the wings, we've seen him play on the left-hand side. Sometimes we've seen him play on the right-hand side. And in all these roles, in all these positions, he excels. But that's the problem. When you talk about the best players in the world, yes, defined, they have the ability. We all know what they can do. And we all know what they can do in a specific position or a specific role. So everybody knows what Mbappe is good at. When Mbappe is coming to a team, everybody knows where he's going to play. Haaland, we know where he's going to play. For Bellingham, we know where he's going to play. But for Foden, it's so many questions. And it's even impacting him in the national team.
Is it not also so many answers then?
So many questions, so many answers. But you see, that's the thing. You'll be a jack of all trades, but not a master at none. And for me, it's a problem for me because, look, there's this rigid, ongoing debate about Foden and Saka. In terms of ability, I think Foden is a way better player than Saka.
Yeah.
But Saka has defined himself in that right wing role. And he's mastered it better than
in that role, who would you play?
If Foden plays there for 2 seasons, he has the potential to become better than Saka.
But right now, if they gave you Phil Foden, they gave you Saka to play in that Saka position.
I'll go for Saka.
Fair enough. Okay. Look, it hasn't been close. This is a stat that will blow your mind. Ever since Alex Ferguson retired, the numbers between Manchester United and Manchester City, it is pathetic to watch in terms of everything, whether it is trophies. Just look at this. Since Alex Ferguson left Man United in 2013, Man City have won 6 Premier League titles, Man United nil. They've won 17 major trophies. United have won just the 4. Daniel can count them on one finger and still has a free finger. Seasons that either club has been top of each other, Man City have finished above Man United in each of the 10 seasons since Alex Ferguson left. Not once did United finish above them. And since they started meeting each other, the derbies, City have won 11, United have won 7. And I think that 7, 4 of them belong to Ole, I believe. Premier League games won by 5 goals plus. This is Premier League matches. So in 10 seasons, United have only won 1 game by 5 goals or more. That is...
No. What you should be looking at is Manchester City have won 34 Premier League games with 5 goals or more.
Yes.
That is crazy. Don't focus on the one. In 10 seasons.
Yes.
Do the math.
I know. That's a full season, almost. And then look at that. Everybody says Man City is blowing money. But look, in terms of net spend is how much you spend buying minus how much you earn from selling players. And if you do that, Manchester City have only spent 795 million. Man United, 1.2 billion.
Yeah. Facts over narratives.
Unbelievable. United fans, what do you make of this?
Well, errors do come to an end, so we're waiting for that.